Hi, for my video response this week, I'm going to respond to James Gadden, or Gaden. Sorry, I hope I didn't mispronounce your name. It's funny, I was actually going to ask this almost same question before I decided to ask something else. But I think it's a really good question. His question is entering into an alliance at all detrimental to a country as it is beneficial? First off, there's many benefits, obviously, to being in an alliance with other countries. First off, I think during the Cold War, having the United States a part of NATO probably helped a lot of the other European countries from being invaded by Russia. So I'm sure that was a detriment to Russia doing anything to any of the other European countries. Also, too, in an alliance, you can have access to materials and resources that you probably wouldn't otherwise have access to, during a war that you're fighting. I can think of an example of when Britain was fighting, obviously, in World War II. During the Battle of Britain, when Germany was attacking him, I know the United States sent aid over to Britain to help them out before we actually entered the war ourselves. But I do think there are some detriments to being an alliance. The first and obvious one, I think, is the one that he actually mentioned about World War One, how Franz Ferdinand, of course, was assassinated by a Serbian national. And then so that forced Austria-Hungary to declare war on Serbia, which forced Serbia's allies to come to defense of them, which started the whole thing of World War One. So that's an obvious detriment to an alliance that can cause a world war like that. I do think that chance is probably a little bit smaller, but it's still a chance that could happen, I'm sure. The other negative, of course, is that even if you don't go to war, there's still a cost involved in helping your allies. If you do end up sending troops, you could have those people killed. So many of your military could be killed in an unpopular war that your citizens aren't a big fan of. And obviously, even if you don't send actual troops, you're sending resources and money to an ally that could be obviously better used at home instead of in a war that you're not even fighting, I guess. So I do think there are many negatives as well as the positives that the book actually mentioned to having alliances. Thank you.